Should you go to Bonito or either towards Pantanal? In this video I explain the options you have and the pros and cons, so it's easier to choose to go whatever you like.
Is it worth to go towards Bonito? You need to think about the price and how to get there. Since by bus it's quite right to reach Bonito, but beside that the price here is quite expensive, and they make these prices quite expensive simply because they are taking care of the nature here, and it's a place where tourism is really high. So it's all made for tourism. There are not many people allowed in the areas where like the attractions are, for example the waterfalls. So yeah, they keep it really small, so the nature will not really be fast ruined, and also the price is higher, of course, because like they know tourists will come anyway. So I would advise you to look into the price before you book. And it's not only the prices of the activities, but it's also the price of the transport, which is kind of expensive. So whatever you choose, keep this in mind. And the second thing, like reaching it by plane, if you book it in advance, it's doable. You can get quite close to Campo Grande, but going to Campo Grande, it's quite alright. So whatever you choose, think about these things. One of the things you need to know in Bonito is that you pay a lot of money for trips and tours, but it's not really well organized. Things are too late, or like, for example, I was in the bus now and one of the people, we were brought towards the Araras, and they were like, hey, but we have the Araras in the end of the day. So be sure that you check every time schedule if everything is correctly, because sometimes they simply don't do their job. But anyway, beside that, so one thing you also need to consider is that one of the things I had was I booked a tour towards Rio Da Prata, and actually every tour company simply does a day tour, and Rio Da Prata is not a full day. So they add the Araras into this program, but I didn't want to do the Araras because I saw them in Pantanal. So that's why I only do Rio Da Prata, but I still have to take the transfer for the full day. And if I don't want that, then I need to pay a lot of extra money to have a private transfer. So bear these things in mind as well. The good thing is I'm gonna go on a horse riding part, because in Rio Da Prata they offer this as well. And since I have time left here, it was either I go training or I go on the horse riding. And maybe the training will be on another part of the day. So right now we are at the Rio Da Prata, and I really recommend you to go on this one. Why? The water is so clear because of the calcium carbohydrates, the pushing every dirt down, the leaves down. That's why the reason is that everything looks so clear. And they also said there's a lot of magnesium in this water, but he didn't recommend you to drink it because otherwise we would ruin the wetsuit by shitting our pants. Many water drops on the camera, but anyway, we just were next to a caiman on that spot where I just did talk. The caiman was literally like 7 meters from us, and we could get closer to like 5 meters, and it was just chilling there with his mouth open. I'm not sure if the GoPro could record this, but anyway, we'll see that when I am going to edit this video. So for now it's hard to giving a real opinion about Bonito. I just did 2 activities. There's so many more. So it's up to you if you decided to go. The most important things I've mentioned, I think, to consider. I would not go again if I know all these things. Because I mean, I think the most beautiful things here are a lot of, for example, waterfalls, which are in many places even better. And snorkeling, you can do a lot of places where snorkeling is amazing. And I mean, yes, it was kind of special, especially Rio Da Prata, but for me, nah, I'm not so excited as what I was in the beginning. So I am walking next to the Miranda River in Pantanal. Yesterday I arrived after 30 hours of traveling by bus and cars towards Pantanal. And I must say, it's so special out here. The place where I am staying, they have a lot of aras, parrots. I saw a monkey and many more birds. I don't know all the names, but I mean, it's the experience, right? Yeah, now I'm walking, kind of relaxed, but I'm walking to the area where we've seen caimans, for example, in the water, a lot of other birds, but we are looking for the jaguar. We have the Jaguarman with us. He's called like that because he has spotted already many jaguars into Pantanal, and he's a funny tour guide, and he really is loving the animals. You can see that he's taking care. So if he sees some plastic, or he says like, hey, don't cut too close, etc, etc. So he's really taking care, which is really nice to see. Yeah, we'll see what's up more in Pantanal, what will bring it. I have no idea.
So, Pantanal. One of the main reasons people go is also to see the jaguar. And of course, that's something I really wanted to see. So you're gonna go on a boat trip, for example, to see the jaguar or to find the jaguar. And the same as for evening's walks or just a walk during the day. But this moment, it was so special. I haven't seen it, I have to admit, but the Jaguarman was shouting and the jaguar actually answered. And while we were walking back from the area we were in, because he said like it's not safe to stay in this area if it's so close, so like we heard the jaguar was following us in a distance, but we couldn't see it. So when we were in the open fields, after a while we heard the jaguar still getting closer and closer. I felt it in my stomach when the jaguar actually answered back. It was like kind of adrenaline and a bit of excitement, but wow, I am sad that I couldn't see it, but the Jaguarman, he told me he saw the jaguar, so here you have some videos of what he wanted to share with us. The videos you see now are the videos that he made with his phone from the jaguar during the tours. what is it you're making?
I'm cutting some bait for fishing.
Some baits for fishing. What fishes are we going to fish?
Oh, here's more than 240 species of fishes in Pantanal. It's a lottery. You never know what you're gonna get. It's always a surprise.
So every fish we catch, we're gonna eat it?
Yep.
Okay.
Only the small ones I'm gonna throw back.
Okay. They need to grow or they stay small?
They need to grow.
And can you tell us your name and why the people need to go to Pantanal?
No, my name is Jaguarman and I'm here to show the wonders of Pantanal and give you a tourist unforgettable experience, because Pantanal is a magical place. I love to live here and I choose to be here in nature in Pantanal because here I have animals, jaguars, and my tourists to fill my life with happiness and joy. Welcome to Pantanal.
Yeah.
No scared at all. Could show up here big Caiman, and then I have to deal with him.
No, jump in the boat then.
I could jump or I could scream on him, make him go away, at least try.
So what about the piranhas?
The piranhas, they don't bite, only if you are bleeding.
I assume they're not bleeding then?
Yeah, I'm not bleeding.
Okay.
But the only dangerous thing would happen to me here is I step in a caiman and he bites my foot. I'm a big...
And then you have the piranhas.
No.
They finish it.
Oh yeah. Or if the caiman... What the fuck? Yeah, if he...
Really, or else or
No, something bite my finger, but it was a fish. I'd like to show you guys the fishes we caught here in Pantanal. It was an amazing adventure.
It's the first time I've been riding a horse, and I didn't expect to do it in Brazil actually.
Oops, a little disclaimer. The previous horse riding was after Pantanal. So I first went to Pantanal and then to Bonito.
In Brazil, I didn't plan anything beside the carnival. But beside that, I wanted to do a lot of beaches, surfing, kite surfing maybe, and discovering trails, etc. With horse riding, it was on my bucket list to do it on the beach. Right now I'm doing it in Pantanal, which Pantanal is also a surprise for me. So a lot of surprises in Brazil, and I love it. First experience of horse riding. Right now I don't have to do much. I don't have to steer much. It's following the guide, which is fine. It's relaxed. It's yeah, that's actually it. It's like, so I would say even to implement it into my mindfulness part in my lifestyle coaching. It's amazing. It's so peaceful, and of course it's a peaceful surrounding. Look at this. Can you tell us what is your best experience being here in Pantanal?
Yeah. My best experience here when here Santa Clara. I make a horse riding with 12 people, and around here so many 200 buffaloes here.
200 buffaloes.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because our boss arrender here Santa Clara farm for put buffalo. I make horse riding when my situation one wild buffalo running behind my horse.
Oh, okay.
But not this horse, other white big horse. I get it to quick. I get it to go away.
And where are these buffaloes now? Because I haven't.
Now, because he's only surrendered. It's years ago.
Ah, okay.
Not now.
Pantanal is a wetland, the biggest in the planet, and Jaguarman's here to welcome you guys. And I want you guys to watch the show he's gonna put on the YouTube and subscribe, please.